So today, we are going to put an end to mom shaming.
1, 2, 3.
You ready to Target? Oh, yeah, you ready for Target? Oh, shoot. Uh-oh. Oh, God. We're off to Target. I almost forgot the stroller. Gotta get that. Oh, and I just got in here. We'll put them in a cart. He'll be fine. I always forget sunglasses, but this is why I keep a million extra pairs in the car. These are pretty dirty, but they'll do. Back at Target. Does anyone else feel like you're at Target every single day? I literally was here just last night, and then I got home and I remembered that I forgot to get some stuff. So I'm back at Target. We need breast milk storage bags and a couple other things, but that's the main thing that like I can't live without. So me and baby are about to head in there and get some coffee while we're at it, because it's one of those days. Who else would rather carry everything in one trip than do multiple trips from the car? Are you happy we're home? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Please look at all the toys they have. And that one, that is not yours. There's also toys stuck over here. This goes to his playmats. We're gonna need to wash that, I guess. Hi, you took a nap at Target. Hello. Hi, Bubby. Hi, handsome. My sweet man. All right, guys, back from Target. Got just a bunch of random stuff there, like nothing super exciting. We needed like paper towels and plates. My husband likes to use paper plates as much as I try not to. I did get a couple things I figured out. Coco, sweetie. I did get a couple things I figured I would show you. I grabbed some raspberry leaf tea. I know I showed a clip of me grabbing this one. This is supposed to be great for uterine health, I believe. So it's great for like regulating periods or postpartum care. It can also be good for postpartum mood, supposedly. So I think it's just good for female health all in all. So I got some of that. Got these little green bean snaps. I have to eat the small bags because I will eat the entire large bag. If I get the bigger bags, I'll eat the whole thing in one sitting, which I mean isn't that bad, and they have protein, so that's good, but these little bags is where it's at. Oh my gosh, look at this outfit I found. How cute is that? So it's this little onesie and it has a pineapple and it says good mood, dude. So cute. So this was the only one there, and it's by their Cat and Jack brand. It's size 3 to 6 months, which should fit him perfectly. So I think I'm gonna have him wear it this weekend because that is just so darling. I got the storage bags I needed. I looked on Amazon while I was there to see if they had them cheaper, and Amazon's cheapest box was, I think $11 for 100 of them. Let me check. Where'd my phone go? Oh, it's in my pocket. Nope, that's not my phone. That's my keys. Oh. Nope, it's not in my other pocket. Guys, I swear pregnancy brain does not go away when you have the baby. It doesn't. People warned me of that and it's so true. It's worse, if anything. No, it's not worse, but it's on par. So I looked on Amazon and I feel like the ones I saw at Target were a better deal, but let me see. Oh, they were not. Whoops. So the Lancino ones at Target were like $17.99 for 100 of them. Their Up and Up brand was $14 for 100 of them. Or you can get them on Amazon for $11 for 100 of them. So Amazon's gonna have the best deal, but I needed them today, so I figured I would just go ahead and get a box of them while I was at Target. That's actually what I went there for. And then of course I came home with all this stuff. And then while I was there, I also picked up one of these manual breast pumps. Let me know if you've used one of these. I have not tried them yet, but I really want something like this just for the diaper bag, because there's a lot of times when we're like out on the go that I want to pump, but I don't want to like have my whole setup and the tubes and everything. So I think something like this will be good just to have in the diaper bag. And I got the Medela one because it had really good reviews and it looks like it's the easiest to use and also the smallest size out of the ones they had there. So I think it'll be really convenient. Look at this little bub. You gonna say hi, bub? Hi. I know you like the mirror. Yeah. Hi, Bobby. Hi, yeah. Little chunky legs, little chunky legs. Alright, so I'm back. It's a different day now, and I just got done filming a little bit ago, which is why I'm like all done up right now. But what I really wanted to talk about in this video, and probably the reason why you clicked on this video, because I know I'm gonna put it in the title or somewhere like that, but today we are going to be diving into mom shaming. And I'm excited to talk about mom shaming because which sounds weird, but I am, because in my very short time as a mother, my son is now about 15 and a half weeks old, so he's almost 4 months old. And in that time, I've seen so much mom shaming that I feel like I have to talk about it. And I want to address it on my channel, and I want to inspire people when it comes to how we treat one another. And if you're wondering why things look a little bit different today, it's because I am refilming this. If you guys have been watching my channel for a little while, you know I'm like a chronic refilmer. It's because when I edit things back, I either don't like the quality, I don't like the way it comes out, or I just sit here rambling so much that my message gets lost. So the first time I filmed this mom shaming portion of today's video, I kind of went on a little bit of a tangent, and I got a little, as my husband would say, Livy from the block. And Livy from the block is my alter ego when I get angry. And yeah, so today's video is going to be a little bit more organized. So today we are going to put an end to mom shaming. So like I said, I've been a mom for almost 4 months now, and I've seen a lot of mom shaming, me being shamed, other people being shamed, just the way moms talk to each other, the way they give advice. I've seen this habit of women tearing other women down, and I think it's something that women do in general. Like, you don't have to be a mom for this to pertain to you. Like, women just have this tendency to want to rip each other apart, and it's horrible, and it's not pleasant on our behalf, but it's also just not kind, and it's not constructive. It's just pure like being mean to one another and criticizing each other's lifestyles. That's what it's all about. And I know I'm a little bit more prone to that because I put myself on YouTube, I make these videos, and so I'm kind of like asking for criticism in that sense. Like, I'm putting my life on the internet, and so people are bound to say things. But I think it's also something I've noticed just in the world, and I've noticed the way women talk about one another, and not all women of course, but just the way women can have this tendency to talk about one another. And it's just something that like needs to end. It's ridiculous. People just like to hit and nitpick at every single little thing because it makes them feel better about themselves. It makes them feel like they're putting you on a lower pedestal, and then they feel somewhat above you for whatever reason. And the reason why mom shaming is so important is because every baby is different. So it's interesting because, you know, we have all these different avenues of how we can live our lives, right? We have different religions, we have different household styles, we have different income levels, we have different beliefs and ideals and morals and ways that we would like to raise our children, and priorities with our families, and things that we eat and things that we spend our money on. And you know, human beings have obviously the ability to live very differently. But for whatever reason, when it comes to parenting, a lot of times women have this view where it's like there's one right and wrong way. There's a yes, there are these products that you have to use. There are these products that you should never, ever, ever use. There are these things that you have to do. And if you're not doing it, you're a bad parent. And I can't believe you would do this. And this is super concerning and blah, blah, blah. It's a little crazy because you wouldn't tell me what groceries to buy. I mean, maybe those type of people would, but you know, you wouldn't go into someone's home and nitpick their cleaning products or their food, or I don't know, I'm just thinking of random things, but their home decor, whatever. You wouldn't tear someone's life apart in that sense. But when it comes to children, it's like women think that they then have the authority and the right to do that and to put people down for how they're raising their children. But the key at the very bottom of it is that every baby is different. I have talked to friends of mine who have done certain things with their kids that has not worked for our son, and things that have worked for our son, other people are like, oh my gosh, that did not work for us. Like, it's, yeah, like when you have a baby, you realize that every baby really is different, and every body is different, every woman is different, and things that work for one family might not work for another family, and vice versa. And I think women lose sight of that and somehow think that everybody is the exact same. The second reason why I think mom shaming is so important to talk about is because we need to find common ground. Whether we agree with each other's parenting styles or products used or lifestyles or whatever it may be, whether you agree with somebody, the common ground, the common theme there is that you guys are all parents. We are all parents. We are all moms, or even if you're not a mom, we are all women. And we, especially in the climate of today's world, I'm a very strong believer that we as women need to come together. We need to support each other. We need to have our relationships and our verbal communication and our communication to one another be from a place of support and love, because there are enough things in this world working against us that we don't need to work against each other. Like I said, even if you don't agree with someone's parenting techniques and you're like, oh my gosh, I wouldn't do that with my kid, ask yourself if you giving them advice is coming from a place of constructive feedback and genuine concern, or is it coming from a place of just like, you know, wanting to make that person feel like shit? Because I get a lot of comments on this channel about various things, and I have a whole list. I will read them off to you in a second because it's kind of funny in a way. But when a lot of times when I read them, some people I can tell are really trying to give me like genuine constructive information that they're like, you should know this. And other people just want to make you feel like shit. Like they just want to comment or poke at your life or tear things away so that you feel like shit. And that's horrible. And that's what needs to stop. We as women and we as mothers need to support one another, put aside our differences, agree to disagree. It's possible to do that. We can agree to disagree on certain things, and we need to all support one another, because that's what moves us forward, and that's the example that we should be setting for our children as well. As long as the baby is happy, healthy, and fed, that's all that matters. But unfortunately, women have this tendency to nitpick at each other and tear each other down and really just want to hurt each other's feelings, and it's not healthy. And like I said, it's not a good example for the next generation either. And the reason why I think it's so important mainly to talk about all of this is because I know a lot of you guys are expecting, or you are new moms, or you're moms like me who have been moms for a few months now, whatever the case may be. I know a lot of you guys have been in this similar situation or will be in this similar situation, and I wanted to let you know and be transparent about the fact that mom shaming does exist. It's a real thing. You can't really help it. It kind of comes with the territory of being a mother, unfortunately, but you do not have to let it get to you. And when I was pregnant, I was really worried, and I was like, if anyone insults my parenting style, or if anyone tells me I'm not a good mom, or whatever, if anyone criticizes how I'm raising Christian, it's gonna really hurt me, it'll break me down, and I'm gonna cry, and it would like make me cry at the thought of it. I was hormonal also. But now, when people tried to shame anything in my life, especially my parenting and my love for my son, it's more laughable than it is offensive. I think going through the whole process of being pregnant and giving birth and now having a son has been the most monumental changing thing in my life, obviously, and I have never felt more confident as to who I am as a person as I do today. And I've never felt more confident in anything in the world than I do in the fact that my son is happy, he's a great baby, he has got a part of a great family with us, and I'm doing a good job being his mom. Like, yeah, I mess up, I'm still learning. He cries and sometimes I can't solve it, and there's a lot of hard days, but I know he's like, you're a good mom. But I know that, like, I'm his mom, I've got his back, and there's nothing I've ever been more confident in than being his mother and the choices I make. And so when people try to tear at me for those, it's just like, you know, what's the point? Like, I know who I am, I know why I do the things I do, and these are very small things I'm talking about, not anything big and monumental, just like little judgments from everybody. I'm just saying they don't get to me the way I expected them to. And so if you are pregnant, I want to empower you to feel the same way, and know that if you are shamed as a mom, and if people try and but know that if you are, sorry, it's like only his little head that's showing. But if you are pregnant and you're about to be a mom, know that if you are shamed as a mom, and if people try and tear down your lifestyle and your style of doing things, have confidence in who you are. Just think like, screw them, they don't know what they're saying. And, you know, don't let people get to you, because their opinions just don't matter. And have confidence in who you are, and I want to empower you to not let the negativity get to you, because honestly, being a mom and being able to brush that negativity off has been the most rewarding experience, because now I can brush that off in a way that I couldn't beforehand. And yeah, so I want to encourage us all to have that confidence and that strength to shake off the shame that other moms may give us. So with all that being said, I want to read you a list of some of the things that I've been shamed for, because it's kind of crazy when I look at a list. And in no particular order, as a mom, I have been shamed for my choice of wet wipes, the detergent I use, the time it took me to hold the baby. So when I gave birth to my son, I got a lot of comments on my labor video that like, oh my God, I can't believe you didn't get to hold him. That's so sad. Like, as if it tainted the experience, when in the moment it didn't feel like that bad. I felt like I got to hold him right away, but people watching the video, apparently other people had gotten to hold their baby sooner than I got to hold mine. To me, I'm just like, that's not even something I would have thought of. This is my first time doing it, and the experience was still so special, and obviously I still have a great bond with him. That's an example of something that, like, why make someone else feel bad about it? Along the same lines, I was shamed for the joke my doctor made while my husband was cutting the cord, which I don't even really understand, but somebody didn't like my doctor during the process, and they shamed that. And so literally from the moment my son has been born, I've been facing criticism for how I go about his life, even when it's out of my control. So anyways, time it took to hold the baby when he was born, and a joke my doctor made in the process, shamed for both of those things. Neither one bothered me. My sleep training technique, wanting to lose the baby weight, whether or not we use swaddles, using a pacifier I was also shamed for, pumping and the way I store my breast milk, postpartum depression I was shamed for on the video that I opened up about it. Taking too long to get out of my car. This older gentleman kind of made it clear that I was taking too long to get the car seat out of my car, and he needed to get to his car. Drinking coffee while breastfeeding. Changing clothes after giving birth, or wanting to change clothes after giving birth. The bath time products that I use for him, as well as the body wash that I personally use. Those are just things that since my son has been born in the last 4 months, I've been shamed for. I have also seen other women here on YouTube shamed for their ability to breastfeed, or not having the ability to breastfeed and choosing formula. The way they hold the baby, the way the baby holds its head, whether their house is clean or not, the baby's developmental stages. So like thinking that a baby's not as far along developmentally as they should be. Various things like that. And when honestly, it kind of was therapeutic for me to make a list of everything, because when I put it all in writing, it made me see how ridiculous a lot of it is. It's just kind of crazy, the small things that women try to pick each other apart for. And like I said, it's not anything to let bother you, or, you know, at the end of the day, you are doing an amazing job. If you're a mama, you know what's good for your kid. You have their best interests at heart, obviously. So I want to encourage other people out there to have the confidence to like know that you're doing a great job, not let the mom shame or the hate or the negativity or the unsolicited advice, don't let it overwhelm you. Brush it off. And keep doing you, because that's all that matters, and your baby loves you no matter what. And if your baby is healthy, happy, and fed, then you're doing all you need to do. I know this is kind of a long ramble, but I just feel like mom shaming is such a real thing in today's society, and we need to put a stop to it, and we need to all come together, support each other, put aside any differences, and just love our little ones and love each other, because that's what makes the whole process so much easier. Love heals all, hate does not. All right, guys, so that's it for today's video. I know I've kind of rambled a lot, and I don't want to keep you here any longer. Christian and I are going to, he can't even get his little head all the way in the frame, but we're gonna go spend the afternoon together and just enjoy the rest of our day. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know any thoughts you have. Of course, anything else you'd like to see. And I will see you guys in my next video. Love you all. Bye.